Okay, we are with Greg McLean with Wynn Home Inspections of Queen Creek, and he just finished his inspection on the 1975 Cavco being purchased by Dolores and Tony, and we're going to go through some of the findings.
Perfect. I guess we'll start inside today,
Sure,
Sharon, if that's
okay.
all right.
Yeah.
So starting the kitchen, looks like they nicely remodeled it. Looks really good.
Yeah.
The range worked okay. The fan hood it's a little bit loose when you push the buttons, so they may need to secure it a little better. I don't think it's going to fall down or anything. It's just kind of, when you push it, it moves quite a bit. Yeah.
Okay.
So they might be able to, get it into a framing stud a little bit better up inside there or something.
Okay.
To get it better secured. The sink worked fine. Drained okay. Underneath the house though, however, it does drain fine, but they put a positive slope on the drain when they replumbed it.
Yes.
So it's going up to the main drain instead of down to the main drain.
Oh, okay.
It's still working, so eventually they should, do it the other way so that it slope towards the main drain, just so that water doesn't build up inside the pipe and it could cause more blockage.
Is there blockage now?
No, it's working fine.
Okay.
No,
Okay.
it just could. I did say could cause more harm.
Yeah.
No, there is no blockage.
Okay.
But it could
All
cause
right.
blockage.
Okay.
Sorry.
All right. All right. No problem.
The play on words there.
Yeah. Okay.
Dishwasher seemed to work fine. I ran a cycle in it. The only issue doesn't have the high loop. Which
Okay,
is,
that's a simple one.
And then this door, if you go to open
Yeah.
it, it hits it hits
yeah.
this.
Yeah.
If you want to see that or not.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
perfect. Oven was working fine. No other issues. All the other drawers open and closed. Okay, no problems.
Yeah, it's an IKEA kitchen.
Yeah, I noticed that. I put one in
Yeah.
myself before. They
Yeah.
did a pretty good job. The only thing is back here, when they put this back, this is just like a material that just sticks on.
Yes.
And the only issue is that now you have this gap here that stuff can get caught.
Oh,
moisture.
so some
there's
caulking? Oh, that'd be
or
easy.
later, if they want to put in a different backsplash, this would just peel off and they can put like actual tile or something on it if they wanted to.
But for
right now, I would just, there's the caulking to prevent moisture from getting in there.
Okay.
And then obviously GFIs, they didn't put them in there.
Yeah,
so.
I showed that to her last night.
The bathroom. Oh, did you? Okay.
Yeah.
The bathrooms are GFCI protected, so that's fine.
Okay.
In here, you got a little possible roof leak here.
Yeah.
Or happened at some time in the past. I don't know if this was during that monsoon, because I noticed there's some torn shingles here.
Yes.
So that's probably what you told me about the insurance companies taking care of.
And this actually was here before when I sold it for the first owner.
Okay.
And I think they said that a new roof had been put on.
It does look newer.
Yeah.
So that's
so
good.
I think that was a leak prior, and then so and they've got it scheduled to have those repairs done because they already have the insurance money for it. And
Excellent.
stuff,
Yeah, because the awning definitely has come
Yeah.
apart. All these repairs. I know we had the winds were really bad. So
and they're so far out on materials right now too.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy. So these two front windows. See, it was the left one wouldn't open. It's just stuck.
Okay.
And then the right one, the far right side, same thing, but it also won't close all the way. So it's actually a little gap there.
Oh,
so they probably just need to do some adjustment.
Okay.
Maybe spray some, silicone in there and try and get it to free it up a little bit.
All right.
Main entry door worked fine. All the ceiling fans were fine.
Okay.
The dryer. Your laundry room is here. It looks like the dryer is gas. I can't see behind here, but there's a gas pipe going straight up to this area.
Okay.
So I think when they did the kitchen, when they added the gas there, they moved it also to here.
Okay.
However, the dryer is venting underneath the house. So
Okay, so you want it vented out.
Yeah, it should vent out.
Okay.
And then the gas.
They could run it out from under the house to the outside.
Yes,
though.
absolutely.
Okay,
Yeah, it doesn't have to come through the wall or something. They can run it straight out underneath there.
Okay.
Now, when they installed the gas line, whoever did it, they didn't strap it. They just kind of set it on blocks underneath there, but code says should be strapped. A lot of times these are metal frames. So they don't have the screws. They don't feel like getting the straps and screwing into the metal, so they just put something underneath there. So it wouldn't take much for someone to go underneath there and strap it up the right way.
Okay.
Bathroom, toilet flush fine. The sink worked okay. Just don't have a backsplash here.
Oh, okay.
They may want to at some point to see how it goes.
Sure.
The tub and the shower, or the tub shower unit.
Can we turn the light on?
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, it's just.
There's one right here. It doesn't have the fan.
Okay.
Does that help?
Sorry. Yeah, totally. Thanks.
The tub and the shower seem to be working okay. The faucet should be recopped to the wall there.
Oh,
and then
okay,
the diverter, it comes out like in both, you know, the shower mode. Not terribly, but enough to say, hey, you should
pretty common.
fix it.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Okay.
Other than that, the fan worked fine. The light works. You know, nothing major. Oh, this. It doesn't have a stop, so you can push it. Somebody may push it too far and break the hinge. There's another door similar to this in a living room that they put a little stop here with a latch, and then it would prevent that from happening.
Okay.
Go through the secret bedroom door, and then this locks backwards. I would think you'd want the lock on the bathroom side instead of the bedroom side.
Oh, well, who knows?
It depends. Now the air conditioning seems to be working okay. It's the splits are fine. It's just the air volume doesn't seem real strong at a couple of vents, like in the kitchen and in the master bathroom and in the right one in the living room. So they may want to have a look at maybe the fan's not blowing as strong as it should at the furnace, you know, or
so where
there
is
may be
it
a
not
duct
blowing
issue.
as hard?
In the master bathroom, the kitchen one, and on the right side of the living room.
Well, doesn't it seem like if it was a blowing thing, it would be like all toward the front of the house if it had a...
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
But
Can you turn the light on in there?
Oh,
too?
yeah, sure. I'll do it on the switch.
So,
I mean, it's getting cold. You know, it's just that it may take longer than if it was, you know, blowing really strong. The one this one's kind of extreme because I'm not feeling anything out of this one.
Okay.
So, you know, whether there's... Oh, yeah, sorry. There we go. Keep forgetting about the lights. So they may want to, you know, have this looked at. I mean, this one, I don't know if they're blocked somewhere else or it's a duct issue or what's going on, but there's nothing going on there.
Okay.
Master bathroom, the sink worked fine, the shower worked okay. I don't think you need an enclosure in here, but I would just monitor it, and if water does seem to be splashing out, then you may want to put a door curtain here.
Yeah, well, I mean, but for handicap accessibility,
oh yeah,
I mean,
it's perfect.
Yeah, probably wouldn't want to. Yeah, okay.
And then in here, this may have been from the...
It was.
Okay, so there's a water stain in the closet, and then I couldn't find a switch for this light unless you know where it's at. But
okay.
I couldn't find it in here.
Right. Yeah, maybe not. I don't know. Yeah, I saw
a lot of stuff in here, so I couldn't tell.
Yeah.
But that may be from the recent storm that caused it, because this is the other side where the roof is kind of messed up, where it tore off the awning.
Okay.
So this could have happened at that point.
Oh, okay.
But I can't tell, you know.
Yeah,
it's not raining now.
Thinking that was there before. I know there was a reason why they replaced the roof, you know, before. So, but okay.
Go on this way.
All right.
But other than this see how this mirror door has a bottom track?
Yes.
They never put one on this one.
Oh, so it doesn't. Oh.
Yeah, and these are pretty heavy, so it should have a bottom track on there.
Okay, so it just. Okay, so it still works. It just doesn't have a bottom track. Okay.
Right.
All right.
Smoke alarm here. May want to put them in the bedrooms or not in the bedrooms. It seems to be common occurrence.
All right. Is there a CO?
No CO.
Okay, so that needs that for sure.
You have gas heat to the house.
Okay.
And the furnace seems to be working okay. The filter is a little dirty, so that should be changed.
Okay.
We'll go outside now, I guess. This door is a little low.
Yeah.
I hit my head on it twice.
Yeah.
But, you know, if they don't mind the door being low, and maybe put a warning if they have tall people coming over or something. It's typical this age, you know, one of the side doors were usually.
Imagine if you could probably cut that out. And
yeah, you could for sure. There's plenty of room for it.
Yeah, for sure. Okay.
Outside the house, the siding looks pretty good. It's a metal siding. It looks fine. Windows open and close. Okay, they're not dual panes, so they could put dual panes later on.
Sure.
The water heater and the furnace are in this closet here. Gas furnace. The filter's down there. They have to open that door, and it's dirty at the moment.
Okay.
And then this is your condensate drain, and it's just kind of dripping into.
Oh, it needs to come out.
It needs to come out.
Yeah.
And it's not even going underneath the house. It's dripping right onto it. You can see where the flooring's a little bit damaged.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of
yeah, that definitely needs to come out. Okay.
Water heater. It's missing the
TPR.
Well, it has the valve, but it's missing the pipe to bring it outside.
Yeah.
Should have a leak pan, and then it's missing that front cover.
Yes.
Now, a technicality is this gas line here is made out of brass, and you're not allowed to use brass anymore for natural gas, so they may want to change this to one that's like this yellow one, as an upgrade, because what happens is sometimes the pieces of brass can flake off inside the pipe and can get into the burner.
Oh,
and
okay.
Cause an issue. That's why they don't allow the brass anymore.
Okay.
And then the pipe,
the flue,
needs to be adjusted. It's really loose and it's not secure.
We had a handyman look at that yesterday, and he was saying he would need to put in an elbow because of
the
that.
pipe. Okay.
So he said he would that be acceptable?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, and then straighten it out and secure it up there. Okay.
This room we'll go into.
Yep.
And the water heater looks like it's 9 years old. Yeah. And it seems to be working fine. It's any issues with it.
Okay.
And it's bright out here.
All right.
All right, so this shed, obviously missing the roof because of the...
since that storm down.
Oops.
All right, here we go. Okay, we're missing what?
Right there, a cover plate on the outlet.
Right. Oh, up there. Okay, yeah, got it.
And then the junction, they put in a two.
Oops. Keeps going off. Okay, go ahead.
All right, so you got a couple knockout holes that need to be covered here. It's not labeled at all. I'm assuming they're going into all this area here.
Yeah.
Technically, you're not supposed to have a receptacle face up.
Okay.
I would put like a child safety cap here so things can't fall into that. Also, this isn't really connected to anything.
Okay.
So I would kind of have this whole thing looked at by somebody to clean it up a little bit and make it a little bit safer.
Okay.
And it's missing a couple screws in the panel cover. And then the sub panel inside the master bedroom is a brand called Federal Pacific Electric, and they made some panels that use this a breaker called a stab lock breaker, and there's been some known defects with these breakers and panels.
Okay.
So they may want to get a quote on eventually upgrading that panel.
Okay.
They can Google FPE, Federal Pacific Electric, and stab lock, and they can see the information.
Okay.
It's really online a lot. They went out of business before they any official recalls were made or whatever. So maybe something to look into as a safety upgrade.
All right. Okay.
I haven't seen them too much out here. I saw a lot in California. That's the first one I've actually seen out here this year. So
I think I've seen one before.
We'll walk around this way, I guess.
Sure.
Around the construction zone.
Yes. All the awning panels that came down.
We got the main shut-off valve here.
Yep.
Meter there. Although plumbing seems all right. Looks like they've updated. It's a combination of PEX and copper.
Okay. Yeah.
It looks like they bypassed all the galvanized piping that was in there before, so it looks like it's all been changed.
It's good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Access hatches here to get under the house. So I got under watch your head.
Oh yeah.
Not that I haven't done that before.
I know.
The cover's a little bit damaged. You can see here where it's just starting to rot. So they may want to update the cover, and the framing too is starting to rot a little bit. Again, it's a vent. There's not any vents like on on the older ones like we usually have. And then also underneath there, the low pressure line for the AC. There's no more insulation on it where it goes under the house. You good with that? Okay. It just needs to be rewrapped underneath there.
What
the
does?
low pressure line for the AC.
All right.
And then all the retaining walls, when they build these ground set homes, they put like retaining walls around the outside to hold the dirt back when they pour the concrete. What's happened is over time.
Hold on. Okay.
All right. So we're talking about the retaining walls underneath the home. They basically hold up the dirt so that you can have the concrete poured around the house. And what's happened is all the wood has deteriorated, so the soil has kind of moved into the sub area.
Okay.
And in two locations, right back here by the entrance, I could actually see the bottom of the walkway.
Oh, okay.
So there's no more soil there supporting that part of the walkway.
Okay.
So there's also a section underneath the driveway, same thing. It's about this wide, where I could see straight in there, and I could see the bottom of the driveway.
Okay.
So a little bit of an erosion issue now. So it's something they need to keep an eye on, because it may start to crack, or it may, break, because there's nothing underneath it, over time. So they could have somebody go underneath there and try and repack it and put a put a retaining wall back in those two small sections. And then there's one post or pier, actually it's almost right where you're standing underneath here, that's deteriorated, needs to be replaced. It's no longer supporting the girder. see what else underneath there. No leaks underneath there. It's dry. There's some debris. Should probably be removed.
Okay.
The insulation barrier looks okay. There's a couple of spots underneath the kitchen and underneath the laundry room. No, underneath the laundry room, underneath the master bathroom, where they had done some plumbing and they just need to retape it up, you know, to seal it up. Other than that, not too bad. Oh, I've trimmed this vegetation away from the panel there.
Yeah.
And then this, if you can see it, but right there, that gray wire is not designed to be exposed to sunlight. It can be buried.
Okay.
The thin gray one right there that I'm shining the light on.
Oh yeah, okay.
That one is designed to be buried, but not designed to be exposed to sunlight.
Okay.
So they may want to put a different conduit there to protect that one section before it goes underground.
Oh, okay.
From the sunlight.
Okay, so they just splice in a different type of material then?
Yeah, they may be able to put it in a large enough conduit so it doesn't build up too much heat.
So
they
conduit
may be able to
would
just
work too?
they may be able to do that.
Okay,
I would
cool.
just talk to the electrician to double check.
Okay. All right.
And then I think that's about it. So.
All right. Great. If they have any questions, they can call you.
Yep, 480-865-6800.
All right. Thank you.